So we made it to the tube station, paid our money and got ready to go into London to have a look around in the city.
Have you ever seen the Pink Floyd album? There's 4 big chimneys, yeah?
Right, yeah.
That's filmed here in Battersea, I'll show you. You can just see 3 of the chimneys at the moment.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Yeah?
I can see all 4.
Next to the gas station there. That's the old
famous cover.
Pink. I was about 4 years old, so I'm going back like 30 years ago, 32 years ago, 31 years. And they used to actually fly a massive pig. You know, it must have been about sort of 80 feet by about sort of 60 feet high. And they were hanging it off of one of them chimneys. But the thing just wouldn't keep still, so they could never quite get the shot they wanted. So they ended up painting the pig into the picture in the end of it. But that's the Pink Floyd album, yeah. Clapham Junction, up the junction, you know, the very first sort of Michael Caine films, Dennis Waterman films, all filmed around here. Clapham Junction, South London, mate, Battersea. This is the place. It's my origins anyway. Yeah, so Clapham Junction, mate, this is old school. So if you look out here, I'll just follow you around now. Outside this window here, we've got a whole heap of London, really. West London will be over to here, yeah? Whoa, jeez, did you see that? Anyway, I'll keep my hands in the window from now on. That's for the kids, remember? Yeah, so we've got Chelsea and Fulham will be just on the other side of those tower blocks over there. Yeah. Those 2 chimneys there, that's Fulham.
Yeah, it was a really fun morning hanging out with Johnny and his family, and we arrived at Waterloo Station and made our way by foot over to the city centre, which you have to cross. I think it's the River Thames and the Jubilee Bridge. And the cool thing about it is you never know who you're going to run into when you're sort of running around with a camera, and you know, you can pull it out and record great interviews with anyone. Okay, so here in London, first day here, and whereabouts are we at the moment exactly?
It's at Hummerford Bridge, the Jubilee Bridge by the Royal Festival Hall.
Okay, and what's your name?
Kate.
Nice to meet you, Kate. Togsy. Now you're obviously playing your sax. How long have you been coming down here and doing that for?
Since Christmas.
Yeah. And it goes all right for you? Make a bit of cash?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how long have you been playing the sax for?
12 years, but I kind of dropped it, so I picked it up again about 2-3 years ago.
And what was the idea in sort of coming here and playing on the bridge? Was it just for money, or did you see other people doing it, or what was the go with that?
Copy Sonny Rollins. No, just to practice because my neighbours go crazy, and I play for 4 hours a day, and I can learn new tunes whilst I'm playing it, and earn a living from it as well. So. Okay,
so playing it's obviously, has it been something you've always wanted to do?
To play on the bridge, or to play
just
sax?
to play sax, yeah.
Yeah, it's something I want to do. I want to play jazz. So.
No, I guess I ask a lot of people about their dreams, so I'd like to ask you, what would be the dream? Is it to be with music, to play it in a concert hall or something like that, or a cool jazz club?
To play in a good jazz band. Yeah. To be good, to play like Charlie Parker, and to feel good about the music I play.
Nice. And what do you know about Australia? You been out there?
I was born there.
Whereabouts?
Ballarat.
You're kidding me.
Mining town, yeah, by Melbourne. But I don't know what it's like. I've never been back, so.
Wow. What, moved here as a baby?
Yeah, I left when I was 2, so.
Okay. Yeah, so it was awesome meeting Kate, and then we moved into the city. Of course, you see these little circles around where famous people live. Rudyard Kipling, great writer, and there's all sorts of stories abound in the middle of London. That's what makes it such a cool place. And we moved on to the gym, actually, the Fitness First gym. Johnny had a mate working there, and just by chance a young Australian girl worked there too, so we sat down for a chat. Alright, so sitting here in Fitness First, and I'm here. What's your name?
Elise.
Nice to meet you, Elise. Now, you're obviously from Australia. Whereabouts?
From Melbourne, about 40 minutes away in Geelong.
Okay, and what was the thought process in finding you in London today, May 2004? What's the go with that?
Basically, always wanted to travel, so thought I'd give London a go, and that's about it.
And what do you think of it, like, for a young Aussie girl? Have you been here before?
No, I haven't, not at all, but it's a fun place to live. It's a bit of a rat race, you get caught up in it. It's cold most of the time, but generally it's okay, but I would never ever live here.
Okay, now what's been like the craziest moment you've had in your travels, or even like being in London? Has there been like just an unbelievable moment for you?
Oh, not initially, but I've had some pretty terrible things happen in this city to me, like just really things you wouldn't even want to repeat, like that you would never find in Australia. You'd just be like, it's disgusting, really.
And did you come here by yourself?
No, I came over with my boyfriend, but he's not my boyfriend anymore. And a few friends, and since we've been here, there's about 15 of us now that have come over that I used to work with or was friends with. So yeah.
Have you met like heaps of Australians over here? Do you find there's like a lot of Aussies over here?
Oh, everywhere you go.
Really?
Yeah, we went to 2 weeks ago. We went to an Aussie rules game. We ended up running into 60 people from our hometown. So, and the whole football team were people from where we live.
Wow.
So it's pretty crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing about London then?
Probably just its accessibility to Europe, really. Oh, there's some good characters here. Like everywhere you go, you meet someone different. So, yeah. So, but basically, the accessibility to Europe just to travel. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
And do you recommend for young people back home to sort of pack a backpack and take on the wide world?
Yeah, definitely. Like everyone does it. Everyone goes through it. But yeah, it's fun. But I'm looking forward to going home soon. 3.5 months left.
Oh, really? Okay. So what's the plan for you? What would be like the dream thing if you could end up in a either career or just living your dream? What would it be? Have you thought about that yet? I'm sure you got one there. Have you got a long-term plan?
Oh, not greatly. Just finish my travelling, go home, make a lot of money, I guess.
Right,
Everyone wants to make a lot of money, don't they? Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, it was very nice to meet you here in chilly old London, even though it's quite warm today, isn't it?
Yeah.
And all the best. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, so after the chat, it was time to do some sightseeing, and that's the best thing about London. I mean, the city and the streets are just insane. Just so many things to see, and great historical things like Big Ben, and people come from all around the world to check it out. And of course, Johnny was being a cool tour guide.
So coming up here, we're in Haymarket at the moment, and leading up to the top here, we'll have Piccadilly Circus on the right, Regent Street on the left, and Piccadilly taking you down to Mayfair on the hard left. So quite a nice area.
So that was it really. We spent the rest of the morning just looking around town, and if you've ever been to London, you'll know there's just so many things to see. And if you've ever played Monopoly, and all the streets are there, and it's just an amazing place, just so full of energy. Kind of a different vibe to New York, but similar in the sense that it's just got such history and colour and stuff, and particularly coming from Australia, it's just so different. So it's always great to get over there overseas, and I can't wait to head back and film many more adventures in London for the web show.